Jeff, I regret to inform you that Diet Coke you are drinking is full of blood.
What? Why would you do that to me? This is... Well, whatever. I'm that thirsty. I don't really care.
Unfortunately, I've been bleeding all over this couch, and I'm bleeding pixels.
Oh, well, if it's pixel blood, then that's fine.
This is a brand new, in the tradition of Super Meat Boy, these kind of games that, you know, emphasize very specific platforming and combat that very timing based. This was originally scheduled for Xbox Live Indie Games last summer, and then I think at some point they just said, hey, no one makes any money there. So we should retool this, bring it out on PC. In the interim, they've added Steam achievements, cloud saves, a whole bunch of other stuff. So they spent the extra year really taking this to another level.
So let me be the reductive asshole here for a sec. You're telling me this is an indie platformer with retro graphical style.
And you would be right to be cynical about that approach at this point. I think even as much as I like a lot of those games, at some point, that being the starting point for a lot of indie studios is starting to kind of rub me the wrong way.
I really like a lot of games like this too.
But it's easy to become cynical about it, and you see that, you know, in comments and stuff like that. And I can understand folks being a little tired of the trope. But I will say that if that initial part sets you off or puts you off, that the actual gameplay of Baby Pixels should bring you back in.
Yeah. All right. So you're a lady with spike hands?
Yeah, sure. And yeah, this game, you know, what's funny is that even if XNA or Xbox Live Indie Games as a platform has not really taken off, you know, this game was built on XNA. It installed XNA as it's installed. We would probably not have this game if not for Microsoft's tools. But anyway, so the game itself, you know, left to right, kind of a platformer. It's got some combat elements. Kind of like Super Meat Boy, you can jump off walls. This game is really about this combo system. So you see the numbers are kind of jumping up. That fills up.
That was totally eldritch.
That fork at the top, which is related to the checkpoint system.
Okay.
So as you hit these dudes, you... Oh, that was part of the air juggle. Here we go.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, this game's pretty over the top in terms of how it deals with the blood. But
it's okay because they bleed pixels.
Exactly.
So you look like you're pretty maneuverable with wall jump, double jump.
So here's the main hook of the game. So we'll get to the combat in a second. But so as you're fighting dudes, suddenly you start glowing purple, and you've got this checkpoint ready at the top. So in most games, the designers kind of set the checkpoint, and you know, you talk to any designer that sets checkpoints, it sounds like a really arduous process because different players get hung up on different mechanics.
It's all the playtesting and all that stuff, yes.
So as long as you're holding up or down as you're moving all around, this checkpoint actually doesn't trigger.
Okay.
And so as I keep running around, if I think I can get through this spot without any trouble, then I can just keep going. But if I think, you know what, this platform is going to be tough, stay still at checkpoints, and that has created the checkpoints. So you get a number of those throughout the level, and it's actually to your benefit to cast them because that influences your score at the end. Contrary to games that would maybe encourage you to not use checkpoints, this game doesn't want you to play with the mechanic in order to boost your score.
Right. Okay.
So you're doing that, and you kind of want to set those strategically throughout the level. You want to kind of use, I think it's 6 per stage. You can certainly use more than that based on how you defeat enemies. Oh God. So here's a case where I'll just die. Your body stays there, and then you just come back to your spawn point. So there are plenty of times when I'm only a couple levels into this game, but you'll sit down or forget that you have a checkpoint and then get really arrogant about where you're going to set it down and just completely fuck yourself. Now, fortunately, these levels are, you know, maybe 5-10 minutes, so you're not talking about much. But if you get past like a particularly difficult section,
you want to drop that checkpoint.
Yeah, you want to drop. Don't worry too much about it because you're going to get another one pretty soon. Yeah, so there's my body. One of the simple things I love about this game is that wall jumping can kind of be, like, it's a fun feature, but it can kind of go either way in a lot of games.
Right.
You control the velocity of how you fall down. So as you hold down on the analog stick or the keyboard, if you're using that, though I don't recommend it, you use a 360 controller, you can control the speed at which you're going down, which just gives you an extra bit of fluidity over your jumps, because the game has a bunch of really mean ones. So in the case that there are obstacles around you, the way they avoid you falling into a problem where you might, say, keep casting checkpoints, get yourself into a spot where you're always dying.
Right.
Is that if you can detect objects around you,
it actually won't drop.
Yeah, it just blocks. So you'll notice it kind of like marks it toward, hey, this is the object that's preventing you from saving.
Right.
So, and then also when you're wall jumping, those little marks up there, that means you can't actually wall jump out of that. So this is a good spot.
Okay.
If you want to click the pages, which also boost your score, you know, this was at one point a difficult jump, but now I kind of got it down. It's a good spot to kind of have it. So the actual combat system, let's get up some enemies up here.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's fun. Dudes will just straight up run into shit on their own. Get some guys out into the open. And as long as you trigger falling down kind of with the traction, then that re-triggers your double jump.
Ah, okay.
So if you just do a standard wall jump to wall jump, see I've lost the second jump. As long as you give yourself a second.
As long as you attach.
Yes. Then you regain the ability to use that second jump. So that's like the standard kick. You'll use that to kind of bounce dudes around. And that guy's dead. If you hold the main button, that will shoot a guy up.
That's your launcher. Okay.
Yeah, and you can trigger that for... I'm not going to be able to get that guy. Let's see if I can get this guy.
Oh.
So actually, I'm going to go back here. That also refills your hearts. So you have 3 hits. So the checkpoints also work in your favor. That guy killed himself. Great, thanks. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this guy either, because he's just going to run into something. But you know, one of the reasons people really like games like Super Meat Boy, myself included, or Dust Force was another recent one.
Right.
It's just a real, you just feel completely in control. Like anytime
just
you die,
really good movement mechanics and yeah.
You know, and this, you know, we were talking on the podcast this week about how the Mario series. Oh Jesus! Yeah, I just got wrecked right there.
That was the wrong way.
Okay, you're right. Has the basic mechanics are still kind of fun, but the course. Actually going through each of the courses is not the fun part anymore.
Yeah.
In games like Super Meat Boy or They Be Plixels, the course is everything. Like the hidden stuff feels, well, I guess, you know, I'll get around to that in my, you know, second or third run, but you're having plenty of fun with the base mechanics of the combat and the platforming. And it's just something that I think is really missing.
So just getting, like the normal path through the level is still fun. It's not just...
Oh, Jesus. I don't think I can't save on this thing. Can I save here? Okay.
All right. Oh,
I forgot about these. Okay, so those guys are on the ground. So if I want to get the hidden secret, oh jeez.
I don't think that's the hidden secret.
The hidden secret is that I'm mediocre at this game. So you can just dodge that. Blow up that guy, well then you're not going to be able to get, Jesus Christ. I'm just going to do it.
All right.
I'm not going to explain. So now I couldn't have gotten that secret, whereas if I had knocked that guy over there, then he would have triggered those guys at the bottom, which would have opened that door, and then you can get that page. So a lot of the game is having you play with the physics in order to achieve the results you want. This part's pretty cool. Not that part.
Oh,
fucking hell.
Yeah.
Oh, it saves down there again. Okay. Jeez. Okay.
So it's not like you can go back for more checkpoint fuel, right?
You could, you know, if you leave behind some of the red dots, but more likely you're going to collect all of them. Okay. So now. Let's see if I can pull this off. Now those guys will fall on that.
Oh, okay.
Those are actually spikes.
Right.
And if I was to, so I can do it now.
So your jump and fall, yeah. Okay.
But you can use that to your advantage to fuck with the enemies.
Yeah.
So yeah, so now I can show the basics. So you have this dash. This will take you across platforms. You got to do a little run up to get it going. But it allows you to dodge certain obstacles. Jump, dash down. This is the juggle. Let's see if I can pull that off now. Oh no, because he's gonna hit.
Yeah.
So normally that uses that to juggle.
Oh,
you can also
volleyball
jump.
action. All right.
And as you continue to play the game, they actually don't unlock all the moves for you at once. So the more moves become unlocked as you complete stages, which, you know, you can go back and use those moves to probably achieve higher scores, but they certainly don't go trying to overwhelm you all at once.
All right.
All right, let's finish this stage. We got some kind of small puzzle elements, but oh, I gotta hit the other one. Fuck you, fuck you.
All right. Oh, okay.
Come on. The dash can save you.
Yeah.
So like a lot of these games, they've got scores at the end. Giving you a reason to come back. This
You're just a common Cthulhu.
Yeah, I gotta be on the last run. Okay. Let's at least see how the start of this next level goes. Oh.
Pretty good music.
Oh, this is ice. Crap, that's why.
Oh.
Okay. I was wondering why I wasn't able to pull off. Jesus. But that also gave you some pretty good opportunities to knock these dudes around.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, so you can see how devious some of those like hidden pages are.
Right, you gotta really time your jumps properly. And
yeah.
And on top of that, there's ice.
Oh, jeez. I'm not gonna do that.
Any indication on what the pages are good for? Are they just kind of score things? Are you getting more moves because of them? Or
no, I believe the story progression is completely responsible for the tutorial stuff. I think I unlocked. Okay, so this is the end of the tutorial. You go through like the first 5 or 6, and then I've unlocked 2 new ones. Dive attack is a new one.
Okay.
And so you got the little combo meter that seems like, when you got like 4 or 5 enemies lined up, there's probably a huge opportunity to really string that stuff together.
Yeah.
And this game has a ton of extras too. The indie community has this, I think it's pretty neat, where they seem to be contributing to each other's games. We saw that.
Yeah, totally.
Sound shapes.
I think that is awesome.
This one especially, I haven't seen this yet, but the fact that they have created a Ponycorn Adventure, which again is created by this father-daughter combination, with music by DJ Finish Him, which he did the music for this game already. But I love the idea of DJ Finish Him.
DJ Finish Him.
So let's see. Oh Jesus.
And I freaking love Ponycorn.
Man.
We're collecting hearts.
Okay.
Because
yeah,
it can't be nearly as violent, even if they are falling into
spikes. I was gonna say, like, you still have these ridiculous claw hands.
Yeah,
just like tearing ass.
It's terrifying in like a whole different way.
Yeah.
Like maybe more like a dark crystal, like sort of like
all right.
It's it's made for children, but like you look back on it and you're like, come on now, like who let a kid watch that?
Yeah. You're getting pony points instead of pints.
So there's a couple different of these, and it promises at the end that there's going to be more. So I think these are really neat. The indie community is the only one that really seems to be doing stuff like this, and it adds a nice little flair for what's clearly such a tight knit community.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool.
All right, let's see what else is there. So there's other stuff, like badges, which I assume must just be.
Yeah, it does have Steam achievements.
Tied to the achievements as well. Yeah. So I already unlocked these. So because it's Steam, like, does anyone who really unlocks all of this stuff? Crazy people, I guess.
Yeah, that's people who like to get the most out of their games.
And then if you collect all the pages and things like that, then you collect keys, and these keys allow you to
unlock some art and stuff.
Okay. So, and these are also available. It's all really high res too, and I believe on the website that if you unlock these, then you can download these as wallpapers.
Huh.
So there's some interconnectivity there. And then story stuff. Let's see what this other. Oh, so I haven't unlocked that yet. Okay.
Ah, okay.
Dream 2 Chapter 3, and then there are other ones coming soon. So it's out. It's $9.99 on Steam. If you're into this type of game, try and look past the fact that it's yet another indie 2D platformer.
Right.
because this definitely seems,
yeah, the
Dust
combat
Force,
looks cool. Yeah,
a
it looks
really
like
good one.
Yeah, it looks like it's got some cool stuff going on. So.
Yeah, and unlike a lot of those other platformers, like this has combat attached to it, and it seems like the combat and the platforming both are pretty good. So for $10, you can certainly do a lot worse.
Right on. Well, thanks for showing it to me, Patrick.
All right. Thanks, Jeff.
Yep.